What's going on, everybody? This is Jay Handel coming at y'all with another video figure review. This time I will be taking a look at Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Minerva. So, Minerva is based on the character of the same name from the Japanese exclusive anime Transformers Super God Master Force. As such, in the context of that show, she served as a headmaster junior. She fought alongside two other kids. There were kids in a cartoon, so that's that. But she fought alongside two other kids. They were boys, a boy named Shooter and another boy named Cab. Let me fix the shoulder. Yeah, so it was Shooter, Cab, and Minerva working as headmaster juniors for the Autobots, or rather the team of Autobots that were during the time of the Master Force cartoon. And as such, Minerva comes decked out in a lot of white with some red accents on the shoulders, chest, thighs, and of course on the feet. Got some tiny blue accents on the pelvic area. Her face is orange and it's got some blue eyes. I'll show that once I zoom in on the head sculpt. You have some clear blue plastic for what will become the windshield or side windows for the car mode. Got some more white and red action going on back here. Upside down Autobot sigil. And of course, this little piece right here is part of what will become hood of the car, but it's supposed to represent the cross symbol that was on the original Minerva toy back in 86 or 87. I believe that's when the cartoon and the toy were released. So that does it for Minerva's aesthetics. I'll go ahead start our articulation, but first, as I said earlier, so I'll do now zoom in on the head sculpt, get a nice look at it. So as I stated before, just like the original Minerva toy from Japanese Generation 1 collections, nice orange face, slender, with some blue for the eyes, white helmet with a red accents on the sides, and two antennae on the side of the helmet are black. Also, there's black for, of course, for the tires for vehicle mode, and black for a gun, which I'll show off in a moment. So going through the articulation real quick, the head does turn. The head can turn all the way around, but you don't want to force it because sometimes her chin will become stuck or catch on some of the back apparatus that makes up backpack for the robot mode. But the head does turn. Doesn't really look up or down or anything like that. So the arms do pivot. Let me see if I can do like this. The arms are able to pivot like so, but you're gonna may end up having a bit of trouble depending on how. Okay, let's try like that. Okay. So once again, arms pivot. You got to be careful because there's a bit of tab up at the top here of the shoulder. And of course, let me turn the bicep around. Got a nice bicep swivel. Elbows are single jointed. Also got wrist articulation, so she can turn her wrists. Then going a bit further down, she does have some waist spin, waist twist. Thigh articulation, kicks out that much, does the splits. Kick forward that much, is only able to kick backwards so much due to the way the thigh sits upon the pelvis area. And speaking of which, knees do bend. There's also a bit of let me go back to this before I get ahead of myself. There's also a bit of upper thigh articulation, but only goes that far that way and that far that way due to the construction of the figure overall. But there is some upper thigh articulation going back down to the knees. Knees articulate, and finally the feet. They do pivot, but that's a transformation joint. Not going to get too much movement out of the feet. But other than that, that takes care of Minerva's articulation. She does come with two blasters, one cast in black and the other cast in a clear white plastic. You can take these apart, use them as separate weapons or do like I'm doing right here. Peg them together via these 5mm holes in the side of both. Well, in the side of the black cannon, 5mm hole got the clear, clear plastic rifle pegged into it. So sit down there and make a double blaster for her to hold, if you're so inclined. That's pretty much Minerva in her robot mode. Now, let me zoom out real quick. Just as a quick size comparison, here she is standing next to Nova Star from the Power of the Primes. Get up. The later Power of the Primes Legacy Selects line. She also comes from the Orthea team. Nova Star does. So just having them stand side by side. Let me get her legs together like this. All right. So from where I'm sitting, Nova Star is just a tiny bit taller than Minerva. Let me zoom in a bit. Try to zoom in. Okay. Get close without causing a blur. So yeah, Nova Star and the other girls on the Orthea team, they would be slightly taller than Minerva, standing side by side. So, but other than that, that tears it for Minerva in our robot mode. After the jump, I will show off her vehicle mode. Stay tuned. Okay, folks, I am back with Minerva, now in her vehicle mode. It only just kind of sort of resembles the original G1 toy, but not by much. Of course, it's got a whole lot of different details, a whole lot of different engineering on it that differentiates it from that toy. Namely, here on the side of the vehicle mode, where the way the windshield works, the way it's situated, of course, the way the hood's situated as well. Of course, back spoiler area engineered differently. But what's the feet and robot know are now part of the bumper, aka thrusters, if you want to call them that. Got like doing holes on the top and the bottom. And all in all, it only just barely resembles the original G1 toy, not by a whole lot. Of course, it's got the nice light bar at the top as an emergency car vehicle thing, albeit a Cybertronic, a Cybertronic emergency vehicle. But on this one, the canopy does not come up. It is a fixed piece, so don't count on it opening up. And there's also 5mm ports on both sides of the car, so if you want, you can do like this. Stick your guns in the car on the sides like I'm doing here. Or if you're going for a little something a bit classic, you can take the black pistol, whichever one of these you want, and just stick it on the light bar on the top. Now you can have her a bit closer to the G1 toy. With the gun on the top, like it is. So anyway, that's Minerva's vehicle mode, and for one more size comparison, she is next to Nova Star in her vehicle mode. All right, let me move the camera down a bit. So they're only just the same size in vehicle mode, but of course, all the kibble notwithstanding, Nova Star is considerably longer in her vehicle mode than Minerva. And of course, Nova Star, she also has a few 5mm points on the rear end of her car. So if you want, stick this gun, go ahead and stick Minerva's clear plastic pistol in Nova Star's. She can roll around blasting Decepticons as well. So yeah, Nova Star is longer, even though she's about the same size as Minerva in vehicle mode. She is definitely longer with combiner kibble and everything else attached. So with that has been my review of Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Minerva. Overall, I'll say she's okay as a vehicle. Nice robot mode. This is an okay vehicle mode. There are some places where it doesn't come together too well, like front hood, side bumper area. And it feels like she doesn't want to roll even on a hard surface because even with everything transformed as it's supposed to be, you're not going to get too much roll out of her. Some Transformers you may get better rolls on flat surfaces than others, so Minerva is going to be one of them. But Hood isn't really flesh with the rest of the car body, but because it's a small price to pay for it. But yes, anyway, Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Minerva. So inclined to add it to your collection if you can find her, go for it. So here's hoping that you've enjoyed what you've seen here. And until next time, this is J Hando 4. Have a good evening. Take care.